A fire broke out Wednesday morning in a 25-story Westside residential building, triggering a large response from city firefighters and injuring 8 people, including a 3-month-old baby.
The blaze, which erupted on the 6th floor at the Barrington Plaza Apartments in the 11,700 block of Wilshire Boulevard, was reported shortly after 8:30 a.m. by fire crews, who were tending to a nearby blaze that sparked earlier.
At least 300 firefighters responded to help battle the blaze and evacuate residents inside the building. An adult and a 3-month-old were taken to a hospital in critical condition, officials said, and 6 other people were treated for smoke inhalation.
Fire officials initially reported that some people had jumped from the building to escape the flames. However, authorities later clarified that 2 people contemplated jumping but were rescued by fire officials. One man was seen clinging to a ledge before a fire ladder was hoisted up to him.
Firefighters took an unconventional approach to battling the flames, hosing the building from the outside before allowing firefighters to fight the flames from indoors. As some crews focused on the fire inside, others were tasked with evacuations. Television video showed residents, some in bathrobes, on the roof of the building with a fire helicopter overhead hoisting them to safety. Officials said it was the first time the fire chopper had been used in rescue efforts.
This was a Herculean effort by the members of the Los Angeles Fire Department, said Fire Chief Ralph Terrazas. It takes a lot of coordination, and our resources did a good job.
After an intense hour-long battle made more challenging by strong, 40 mph winds, firefighters were able to knock down the flames shortly before 10 a.m.
Firefighters will likely remain on the scene for a day to assist potential victims. They first must go door to door to find residents still inside and will determine whether a full evacuation is needed. Arson investigators were combing the building trying to determine how the fire started, Terrazas said.
"We have some information I can't share with you right now, but it is suspicious right now," Terrazas said.
John Tavakoli was outside when the floor where his grandmother lives burst into flames. As firefighters rushed to evacuate her and her neighbors, his initial horror settled into smoldering rage. Another fire like this one had burned here a few years ago, but little had changed. Like others, he blamed the revolving door of short-term renters for unsafe conditions in the building.
"A lot of people Airbnb here. They just party," he said. "They party all night, they're up until 2 a.m. on a Tuesday."
Meanwhile, he said, safety issues have gone unaddressed.
"Our rent goes up, utilities go up, but one elevator's always broken," he said.
Resident Gavin Strauss stood barefoot on the sidewalk, holding a towel around his American flag bathing suit as he watched a sheriff's helicopter hoisting stranded neighbors off the roof. He had been in the pool swimming laps when he turned his head for a breath and noticed the smoke. Right away, he leaped out of the pool and dashed up to alert neighbors on his floor.
"The smoke was like a black wall on the 7th floor," he said. Higher up, he started banging on doors, telling neighbors to get out.
Twins Christina and Kimberly Pagano, recent UCLA grads, were asleep in their apartment a few floors below when the fire broke out. They woke up to the sound of fire trucks. Moments later, the building fire alarm went off, and they rushed outside. Both
immediately thought of the 2013 fire, believed to have been sparked by a cigarette. The building still allows residents to smoke in their units on designated floors, which the sisters had toured before moving in. Like others, they said the building hosts a large number of short-term visitors.
"We always see people with luggage," Christina said.
"It's like a hotel," Kimberly agreed.
As the fire was raging, video showed heavy flames burning inside the building and thick black smoke pouring from balconies and windows.
Mackenzie Williams, 25, said she was driving to work at Pure Barre, a fitness studio at Wilshire Boulevard and Granville Avenue, about 9 a.m. when she saw one fire truck pass by me, then I saw 2, then I saw 10, then I saw about 20, so I definitely knew something was going on.
Williams said she saw a bunch of smoke coming out of the building and what appeared to be a helicopter airlifting people from the roof.
"I just hope everyone is okay over there," she said.
A fire that erupted on the 11th floor of the building in 2013 displaced up to 150 residents and injured 2 people. It also prompted concerns about a lack of sprinkler systems in some buildings in Los Angeles.
At the time, LA fire officials said the Barrington Plaza building was not equipped with a sprinkler system. Because it was built nearly 60 years ago, it does not fall under state regulations later adopted that forced buildings taller than 75 feet to include such fire suppression systems unless granted an exemption.
Deputy Chief Armando Hogan said Wednesday the building was not equipped with sprinklers.
The Times reported in 2014 that 71 of the city's roughly 200 residential high-rises don't have sprinkler systems installed. There was a push after the 2013 fire to get more of those buildings retrofitted with sprinklers.
In 2014, a group of tenants in the high-rise sued the building's corporate owner for negligence.
According to residents, several fire alarms failed to sound in Barrington Plaza as the fire in October 2013 spread inside an apartment on the 11th floor. A door to the roof was locked and the stairwells filled with choking smoke, tenants said.
The conditions at the supposedly high-end apartment building were atrocious, attorney Mark Geragos said at the time. Resident
Ivo Gerskovich's 2-year-old daughter and father-in-law were found unconscious in a smoke-filled stairwell above the 20th floor during the 2013 fire.
It's a death trap, Gerskovich said at the time. It's totally insane and indefensible.
Times staff writer Matt Stiles contributed to this report.